going.
Are you going or are you recording?
Recording.
Recording.
No, we're going.
You know what? I've just thought, actually. You're recording, yeah?
No, we're going.
You go. I just thought this would be a great thing as he just started talking to record it, because it would be great for the viewers to get some real feedback. But then I've just realised, no matter what he says or how this looks, it's going to look like fucking from the haters. It's staged.
Yeah.
And I've told him to say this.
And he's reading it off the palm of his hand.
Yeah.
Make sure you show your hands in.
Well, just to show you all that this isn't staged. I didn't even know his fucking name a minute ago, and he's been training here for how long?
3 months.
And I thought he was Mark, and it's Jamie. So it couldn't be fucking staged, but I'm sure I'll get accused of that being fucking staged too. They train together, really.
This is the fourth take.
This is the fourth take. I've just been training, and Jamie's just come over to me, or Mark, whichever he's going to call himself today. Mark has come over to me and said to me that he's put on, was it 2 stone?
2 stone while bulking, yeah.
Whilst bulking, whilst training here or whilst using the products?
Training here and using the products.
Don't say training here and using the products, because it sounds fucking. Don't look at me. Look at the camera. Training here. Tell them exactly what you just fucking told me. That'll be easy.
So last year when I was bulking, I think I got up to 86 kilo. Literally started here and been training for 3 months now. And I think I got down to 80 kilo when I cut. Then I went straight from a cut to a bulk. And I've gone from 80 kilo up to 97 in 12 weeks.
To 97?
To 97 kilo, yeah.
Now, I've got my own ways of using my own supplements, which I tell people, but I mean, like for instance, if I use Pure Alphas, I tell people I prefer to use 2 in the morning and 2 at night after meals for the first 3 days, and then 2 a day after that at night after meals. But I don't know what you've been doing. What did you do?
I've just been taking 2 in the evening.
2 in the evening. So you did that from day one, and you've still managed to see results. What other products do you? Because I want to make it clear. So a lot of people say, "Oh, look at him, his gym's dead." Listen, we've got an Alpha Training gym in Burgess Hill, which is open to the public. This gym is not a public gym. My offices are there. That's my offices. We had this gym built for me because I'm a selfish cunt and I'm a vain bastard, and I like to train, and I don't like to be hassled when I train. I like my own environment, and that is the reason for this gym. I've allowed a certain amount of people to train here. I think we only have 40 people training here, but we have a waiting list, and we won't let anybody else train here. So, for instance, sometimes when you've been in, there might be 3 or 4 other people training. Sometimes when you've been here on your own. Sometimes there's been another person in there. The whole point is, people like Jamie, Mark, whatever the fuck his name is you pay what, £65 a month to train here, and you get all of your supplements included, unlimited throughout the month, every month. So he never has to buy any supplements, right? But I also want them to have that exclusivity of having their own gym to train in. So whatever he does for his job, he comes in here after an argument with the missus, an argument at work, maybe a project hasn't gone right, and he comes in here and he's got his own fucking gym. In here is no different to having this built on the side of your house. That's the whole idea. And when you are in here with a couple of other people, they're like-minded, and they appreciate being here because they've been handpicked and interviewed, believe it or not, to be able to train here, because everybody that trains here has to fill out an application form, right? I want to know what they do for a living, whether they can afford it, what their goals are, why they want to train here, blah, 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 you know? And we interview them. And when there's a vacancy that comes up, there's a new person now that's just going to talk about. When there's a vacancy comes up, then it goes, for an order, doesn't it? And then people get a message, an email, phone call.
I had to refuse loads of people.
But the whole point of this is so you can really, really, really push yourself beyond your limits, and you've got no fucking excuses, right? So apart from the Pure Alphas, what else have you been using? Because you've got everything to your disposal.
Yeah. So
bipolar?
Yeah, I use bipolar mixed with the creatine, leucine, and
you mix that with the bipolar?
Before my workout.
Oh, okay, and see, there you go, that's another point. I've never done that. I mix it with my Alpha Trilogy. or sometimes, in fact not sometimes, every evening, before I have my cottage cheese, I mix up a glass of water with some Robinson's, diluted cordial squash, and I'll put a scoop of creatine in it, a scoop of L-glutamine in it, and I'll just mix that up and I have that. Or the leucine, I'll mix it with my Alpha Trilogy when I have that throughout the day. But you actually put it with your bipolar.
Yeah, I'll put it with my bipolar, and then I'll have kaal-el sip on during my workout, and then I'll have Alpha Trilogy afterwards, with the same again, creatine, leucine, glutamine, and then that's it. And then the pure alphas at night.
See, you could say, well, there he is, just using all your products. Of course he's going to say that, but like I said, he's using all of my products because he's got all of my products at his disposal for the whole month. And that was another reason. It's okay, and it's a good buzz getting your feedback in the comments and in messages. We fucking love that. But I wanted to see what physiques and what benefits people would get from using, our equipment, our supplements, every day of the week. With no excuses. So the only excuse really, if something goes wrong, is you or your lifestyle. You've got no other excuse, and that's the point. So you use the Alpha Essentials in your bipolar.
Yeah.
Use your kaal-el during your workout. Do you ever use A5s or not?
I'm going to start cutting, because obviously literally just finished my bulk. I'm going to start cutting now and then we'll use the A5s.
And you've just done a PT course, right?
Yeah.
It becomes qualified hopefully tomorrow.
Yeah, I've got my assessment tomorrow. That should be it.
So after he's done his assessment, I've already said that I will assess him after and watch him train a client. And if I like what I see and he's willing to learn some extra things, then because he's been training there a while now, I might even make him an alpha trainer, where people can have the opportunity to also learn from him, be trained by him, and have the knowledge what I'm going to give him, as well as Billy. Billy's here, by the way.
I'm the cameraman.
Yay! Joking aside, I know I fucking hate to give the compliments, but Billy's physique has changed fucking dramatically, isn't it? Really. And he's the only He's the only alpha trainer here, and he's the only one that I trust to carry on the alpha name when I'm not here. So you off, Natalie? See you later.
See you, Natalie.
So if any of you do live in the area and you want to book in a session with Billy, you will not be disappointed, because he really does learn, and he's one of the only people that I like training with as well. But hopefully we can get Mark or Jamie or whatever his fucking name is up to the same standard. We'll see. But it's not for everybody, because some people just don't get it.
Some people will moan when they. It's just if they moan, it's not the gym for them.
Yeah, we ain't got fucking time for that.
No.
Do you know what I mean? This gym is self-sufficient. This is the offices, the head offices, the HQ, the warehouse, everything. So the gym is just a luxury, an add-on. So
yeah, definitely the best thing that's been for me is I used to finish work and then I'd go back home, have to make all my shakes, all my pre-workout, intra-workout, and protein before I came. So that would probably take an hour to go home and come back. Whereas now I literally chuck shorts, shirt in a bag, want to go work, come here straight after work, and then everything's here all ready for me. So it just works well.
fucking gangster, isn't it?
And I have to do the washing up. You got to learn, mate.
See, Billy still does the washing up. You know what? Billy started doing the washing up for me for free when I had the gym way back in when about August, and he used to help me out. And he stuck with me, and now he's fucking balling. Last weekend he was balling with £800 bottles of vodka.
Oh yeah, we was balling.
That's how he was fucking balling. But do you know what? It doesn't matter how much fucking money he earns. The reason why we all get on like a fucking family in here is because nobody's scared to do the shit jobs. Whenever I come in, I'm always fucking cleaning the toilets.
Clean the toilets?
He fucking cleans the toilets. He does the washing up. Everybody takes it in turns with shit, and that's how it is here. And we will never have that interrupted. Hence why we have a waiting list, because we don't just want anyone coming in, where you get the bickering, the backstabbing, the fucking, the infiltrating. We had all that before. Fuck that. We want a great atmosphere where people are learning, people are training, and where I can continue doing my videos. But people are going to say that this is fake. I'll put you up to it. I'm glad you remembered the script that I told you. If you wanted, Mark, James, to buy Alpha A5s or bipolar in the future, where would you go to?
Born Alpha UK.
Oh, he knows it. And look.
No, look at the camera.
And the website is over top of your head while we're speaking.
Now say it. Bornalpha.co.uk.
Quick.
Bornalpha.co.uk.
There we go. See? That's how we roll. Just like every other company. We're just scripted and fake. Alpha Training, baby.